Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo and welcome to my little video on Super Saiyan Blue. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with Dragon Ball Super, this may be kind of irrelevant, but by the way, the text you see on screen, I didn't do that. I took this screenshot a long time ago, back when this episode that he turned Super Saiyan Blue in the first place was new. So, yeah, this is the original subtitles. If you have been keeping up with the English dub of Dragon Ball Super, you may already be aware of this, but Dragon Ball Super has finally, well, at least the dub has a little bit more clearly explained what Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan actually is. And it's honestly what I've been saying it was the entire time. I don't even need to quote the Japanese version because you're seeing it on screen here, but unfortunately I couldn't find a screenshot that lists the subtitles or anything for the English version, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to do my best to accurately say what it was. I got a taste of something called Super Saiyan God, and I learned how to tap into that power on my own, and this is the Super Saiyan God level of that. This is the Super Saiyan level of that. So basically, the way I think what he's saying is Super Saiyan Blue is the result of going into Super Saiyan God and then going Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God. Hence Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. You know, for that little term. So, and as you can see here in the Japanese version, it doesn't say that at all. It just says this transformation was obtained by sheer will and has even more power than a Super Saiyan God. It doesn't say that at all in the English version, and you could just chalk this up to be, oh well, the dub changes stuff to where it doesn't make any sense. But honestly, this is a more apt description of it, and what really fascinates me about this is the Japanese version has not explained any of this shit. It's implied that that's what it is, but it's never outright stated, and it bugs the fuck out of me because whether they give us the multipliers or not, I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna turn the sound off on my phone. Whether they give us the multipliers or not, but we at least need to know what these forms are. You know, not just, oh, Super Saiyan Blue, it's a godly form. No, we need to know how these forms work. Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, we know how they work. We know for the most part how they're achieved. Aside from Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 1, you get enraged, or you get the little tingly feeling in your back, according to Dragon Ball Super. And Super Saiyan 2, you get even more pissed off, or you pour more energy into the tingly feeling in your back or something with Dragon Ball Super. Never outright stated, but it's given that what they're doing. Super Saiyan 3, honestly, it's either the result of training or the result of getting really pissed off. Or I really like the fan description of how it is. from this one video that I found. If I can find it, I'll put it in the description below. But there's this fan video where Goku is explaining to Bardock all the different Super Saiyan forms. And he says that Super Saiyan 3 is the result of combining your own energy with your life force. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Because even like if it just drew a bunch of energy, why would it lower his time on Earth when he was using it in the Buu Saga? And if it was just energy, why isn't Golden Frieza at risk of just going back to Otherworld from using his golden form? You know, if you could just say, oh, inconsistency, but it makes sense. And it really does. It makes sense. Especially since we know these characters can tap into their life force. Like, that's what Vegeta did in the Buu Saga when he used the final explosion and turned himself to stone. Like, he tapped into his life force and drew on every bit of power he had left and just blew himself to bits. You know, so it makes sense. Super Saiyan 4, even if you want to consider it non-canon, whatever, we know how the form works. For the most part. You go into a golden great ape, which you need a tail and at least the first Super Saiyan form. Gain control over that golden great ape. The form then condenses itself into Super Saiyan 4. And everybody I have talked to tries to tell me like Super Saiyan 4 is like 10 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Never been fucking confirmed. You know, the only thing that even says that is the fucking the only thing that comes close to that is like a fucking video game, and it's like if you want to take that as canon, then you can't get pissed at Screw Attack for using information from Xenoverse 2. You know, if you want to take that, you can't have it both ways, you know. It's, oh my god. Especially since, I don't fucking know. But, ever since Super Saiyan God, people have been trying to figure out the multiplier for Super Saiyan God. And, even I have, if you've been a long-standing ovation to this channel. I probably used that term very stupidly, but yeah, it's really difficult because at the very least, Super Saiyan God is supposed to be stronger than Super Vegeta. Now, that's the tricky part is Vegeta most likely could have turned into a Super Saiyan 3 at any point because the fusions know everything that the people who make them up do and can do anything that they can do. So, the question becomes, was he only talking about Super Vegito, most likely knowing the fact that Vegito could have turned into Super Saiyan 3, or was he talking about, because he said even if Vegeta and I fuse, we wouldn't be able to stand a chance against Lord Beerus. He never said anything about what form of Vegito. I like to imagine that he was thinking, even if we turn into Vegito and went Super Saiyan 3, we wouldn't be able to beat Beerus. And honestly, given that Vegito most likely can turn into a Super Saiyan 3, we have to take that as a possibility. So, and then the difficulty becomes, okay, how strong is Vegito compared to Goku? That is difficult because we have conflicting guides that tell us multiple different things. we got the super exciting guide that states that Goku is, or Vegito is Goku multiplied by Vegeta. We have the Daizenshu, which states that Vegito is stronger than a Super Saiyan 3, which means that he's more than 400 times. And we have the series, which tells us that base form Gotenks is stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is more or less equal to Super Buu. And then we got Mystic Gohan, who can beat the fuck out of Super Buu. And then we have Vegito, who can beat the fuck out of all these people with one hand in base form. So, the question, like, I've tried to do lowball calculations before, you know, like severely underplaying these characters just to figure out a lowball multiplier. And I am going to do it again. And I'm going to put the numbers on screen for you lovely people to follow along. And if you want to tell me that I'm an idiot and that Super Saiyan God is far more powerful or whatever, feel free to do that. And also, no power levels are going to be used in here because power levels from the Buu saga have never been officially stated as far as I'm aware. So, yeah. Feel free for that. Alright, we'll say Goku is a 1. And then we will say, and then he goes Super Saiyan 3. That's 400. And we're going to do a lowball say, and just say that base form Gotenks, by the time he fights Super Buu, is only twice as strong as Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Alright, so that's 800. 800 times 400 is 320,000. Alright? And we'll say that Mystic Gohan is twice as strong as fucking Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And then times 2, that'd be 640,000. And then Goten, and then Mystic divided by 2. Alright. Times 2. Okay, so that's Mystic Gohan is 640,000. But then we need to add the 640,000 and the 320,000. So that gives us 960,000. Because of the fact that every time Super Buu absorbs someone, it's not like fusion where it's multiplying his power. It's just you're adding it on top of it. So it's kind of like Kaioken, only it's not whatever. So this is to figure out Buuhan. And then we'll just say that that Vegito is only twice as strong in base form as Buuhan, which comes out to 1,920,000. And then we gotta add the Super Saiyan multiplier onto it for Super Vegito, which is 96 million. And I am using a calculator on my phone, so I'm not doing this in my head. And then we need to take, and then we need to multiply this by 6 to get Super Saiyan 3. You know, just in, like, you know what? No, I will do this I will just do multiple multiplications and just say, let's do one where we say Super Saiyan God is only twice as strong as Super Vegeta, okay? 192 million. 192 million. Okay? Alright. So that's Super Saiyan God if it's only twice as strong. These are low ball. These are still low balls. Okay? Now let's see how strong Super Saiyan God could be if we're talking about history. There we go. Accidentally pressed the wrong button. I'm pressing the wrong button. Times 6. Alright, so Super Vegito, or Vegito Super Saiyan 3, would be 576 million times Z Goku. Now, for the times 2, just assuming that Super Saiyan God is only twice as strong as Vegito. 1,152 million. Yikes. But it doesn't end here, because according to the English dub version of Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyan Blue is basically Super Saiyan God going Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God, basically. So, times 50. 57 trillion 57,600 million. Holy shit. But since I did that for that go, might as well do it for that one. So times 2, 190 times 50. And then lowball. And then if you want to lowball and say that Super Saiyan God is only twice as strong as Super Vegito, you would still get 9,600,000,000. Either way you slice it, Super Saiyan Blue is over 1 billion times base form. That is fucking insane. Insane. Now, again, this is headcanon and this is fan-based calculations and whatnot. But Super Saiyan Blue. And a lot of people will tell me, oh, it can't be that. That's too high. You realize that Super Saiyan God, no matter what, is supposed to be stronger than Vegito. And this isn't even... Okay. This even gets even more insane when you think about this is a lowball calculation. What if we applied this to Vegito in Dragon Ball Super? Oh my god. I don't even want to calculate that, but oh my god. And, anyway. This is, oh my god. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. I'm the one who calculated this, and even I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. This is fucking insane. Because it's like, and what? Think about this too. Golden Frieza is supposed to be stronger than a Super Saiyan Blue, and in like final form Frieza is not even equal to base form Goku. Golden Frieza has an even more outrageously high fucking multiplier than Super Saiyan Blue. And that's saying a lot, considering that first form Frieza, the difference between first and second form Frieza is only like 2 times or something like that. And like the difference between first and final form Frieza is like 200 times. And it's like, oh my god. Is like Frieza is a fucking monster. And it gets even more outrageous when you realize that Super Saiyan God is supposed to be Goku's base form. So in order to figure out how strong he became in Dragon Ball Super versus how he was when he fought Buu. Oh my god. I don't even want to calculate that, but that is a monstrous jump. So, I think I'm going to end it here. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think I calculated this correctly? Or do you think I wasn't being fair? Or do you think I'm an idiot for calculating it the way I was? And what do you think about how the English dub of Dragon Ball Super has it? The English dub of Dragon Ball Super explains Super Saiyan Blue. What do you think of that? Did you think that it was like that all the time like I did? Or did you think it was something else? And whatever. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! This is kind of anticlimactic. My stupid controller turned off.